Hello everyone, I'm Burfy1322 and I'm just making a little off-the-cuff discussion video here because the creator has been updated alongside the Ruston being released. We've got new props in the creator, new things that we can do, and obviously we can create special vehicle races. So I figured I'd just go through it and have a look at a few different things. I'm just doing this, recording this as I go through and discover these things. So it's kind of like a live commentary, I guess you could say, but all of this is pretty much the same, all of this in terms of race types and laps and things like that. I was always curious about how they would do the special vehicle races when we got them, and we're going to find out how they've approached it when we go to available vehicles. So obviously you've got this as normal. You can choose whether to have compacts or sedans or anything like that in terms of you can expand it as well, and you know, if you don't want anyone to use the JB700 in your race, or you can lock it to one vehicle, for example, that's all the same. Just a quick point out that when you do this doesn't work for custom vehicles, so that's something that a lot of people still don't know. If I say that I don't want the Sterling GT to be used in a race and custom vehicles are turned on, people can still use their own custom Sterling GT. This only affects when vehicles are all stock and customs are turned off. But the new part of this is when you scroll down and you get to special vehicles. So we've got we've got a brand new race class, which is interesting because they've never added anything like that before. But obviously it's specifically made for the special vehicles. We've got the Blazer Aqua, the Ruiner 2000 and the Rocket Voltic. So the Blazer Aqua is technically in off-road, the Ruiner 2000 is in muscle, the Rocket Voltic is in supers, but they aren't listed in their original classes, as you can see here. So what happens is that when you expand it and choose a vehicle, you get a prompt on the screen and it says activating a special vehicle will deactivate all other vehicles and will turn this race into a special vehicle race. So if you want to have a race that has the Ruiner 2000 in it, you can't have any other vehicle whatsoever. So say I want the Rocket Voltic, I want to make a race with the Rocket Voltic, that has to be just a Rocket Voltic race, a special vehicle race for that vehicle only. As we've seen, you can also use your custom versions of that vehicle if customs are turned on, but it is only for that vehicle. I click it, I click OK, and everything else becomes deactivated. And then if I go to activate something else, it gives me another prompt. This race is currently a special vehicle race. By activating a non-special vehicle, the race returns to being a regular stunt race. Special vehicle will be deactivated and any placed water or air checkpoints will be deleted. So that's something else to keep in mind. That's something that I haven't got to yet and haven't even looked at. Water and air checkpoints. So it seems like you can put some checkpoints on different places. We'll investigate that in a second, but yeah, that's the new aspect there. But also there's something that we in the racing community have wanted for a long time. Obviously we can turn traffic off, we can turn wanted levels off, but there was one thing that would always bug us, and that was that pedestrians would continue to spawn. In death matches, in capture jobs, you could turn pedestrians off. In Grand Theft Auto 4 races, as I recently realised, you can turn pedestrians off there, but they would still spawn and there was nothing you could do about it in regular races in GTA 5. Now you can turn pedestrians off. I can't believe this should have been included from the start, but you can prevent random NPC pedestrians from spawning in races. If you have a created race, go and change that setting. Just get rid of them, because for proper races in this game, you just need them off. So I can't tell you the amount of times I've hit people and hit pedestrians in races or when I've been testing. So that's absolutely fantastic to see they've finally put that in. Should have been done a long time ago though. One other thing to point out is on this allow vehicle speed boosts, that obviously just used to be for the Electro and the Vindicator that had the Ker's power boost, but when you activate that and allow vehicles to use their speed boost, you can change the time that it takes for the delay for the activation. So the Rocket Voltic, for example, I believe it's got a 9-second delay as standard, as stock, when you actually buy the car in free roam, but you can set that to whatever you want. If you want the Rocket Voltic to have an instant boost and you can just spam the boost, you can do that. If you wanted to have a 20-second boost and you've got to be more tactical with when you use the boost, so you can only use it every 20 seconds, you can do that. So you can set how long it takes for you to be able to use a boost on the Rocket Voltic, or to a lesser extent the Ker's power boost on the bikes, but those bikes are rarely used anyway. So Yeah, interesting that you can actually change that now. So that appears to be everything that's different in that area. We'll quickly go over some of the new props. I haven't actually looked at these. Okay, so we got track up. So we got some different different props in this respect in terms of track pieces. Obviously, these are also meant for the stunt racers, because obviously the special vehicle races, you can have ramps where you go up and down and things like that. Different inclines of that, 5 degrees, 15 degrees, and obviously the down spirals as well. So they have added some new things. I believe that's an old one. Yeah, these are old ones. So we got a few new things on the stunt track pieces. This seems to be, yeah, this is old, so that's not new, I believe. Tubes. Okay, so we got some new tubes. We got the refiller, which refills the activation for your boosts and things like that. Same for the Ruiner 2000 with the jump and how quickly you can do that. You got the speed boost tube as well. End hole. Yeah, these are all pretty much the same. I wonder, there may be something that I've missed. Oh, here we go. There's something I've definitely missed. Neon tubes. Extra short, medium. So we got neon tubes, corner pieces. Okay, so we've basically got all the normal tube sections. But they are neon tubes, and you can change the neon style. So we got strobe effect here. You can have warp effect, interesting. Spirals, waves, neon road. Okay, interesting. And that's it. So strobe, warp, spirals, waves, and neon road. Very, very interesting. I'm definitely curious to see the kind of things that people make with these new props and new stunt racers. It's amazing. The content creator is and I think that's pretty much it for all the new stuff in terms of props. But the content creator is the one thing that keeps this game interesting, in my opinion. It's the one thing that keeps people playing the game. It keeps me playing the game. Without it, it would be dead. Because you just the Rockstar racers, they only have a certain amount of appeal to them. So it's great that they're continuing to support that. Hopefully the issues that they had with the creator are fixed with this update that we had earlier. But let's just finally check out some checkpoints. So we can place checkpoints. Obviously primary, secondary, that's the same. Secular, regular, yeah, that's the same. Placement type, change where the checkpoint can be placed, water and air. So now, with the fact that we have Rocket Voltic and Ruiner 2000 races and Blazer Aqua races, we are now able to place checkpoints not just on the road, but we can also place them in the water for obviously Blazer Aqua races, like that. Water checkpoints can only be reached by the Blazer Aqua. By placing this checkpoint, the race will turn into a special vehicle race and the Blazer Aqua will become the only vehicle available. Okay, so if you want water checkpoints, you have to use a Blazer Aqua. And if you want air checkpoints, you can change the height of those as well. And these are just in normal races, so this isn't as if it's a proper an air race, a plane race or anything. But all air checkpoints can only be reached by the Ruiner 2000. By placing this checkpoint, the race will turn into a special vehicle race and the Ruiner 2000 will become the only vehicle available. So air checkpoints are specifically for Ruiner 2000 races. Water checkpoints are specifically for Blazer Aqua races. And then normal checkpoints are for everything else. So interesting that they've got some limitations on that. I was interested to see how they would incorporate the special vehicles and the special vehicle races. It seems like they've gone for a more restrictive approach so that you can only use certain checkpoints with certain vehicles, and by activating the Blazer Aqua, for example, you can only have the Blazer Aqua for that race. But that is what it is. Those are all the new changes to the content creator for those of you who do use it, and it'll be interesting to see the kind of things that people make with this. I'm very, very excited to see what they do. So that's all for now, guys. Thank you so much for all the support as always. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has helped, and I'll see you next time.